And me and my mom wasn't seeing eye to eye. Well, I wasn't seeing eye to eye with my mom.
His mom's here,
called.
Judge.
Okay.
I just never really called to ask my mom because every time I called to ask my mom, she always gave me hard love, and I didn't like that, and I wasn't accepting that.
Well, how old are you?
I'm 27.
You got to get your life together instead of spending all this money on tattoos.
Yes, ma'am.
You understand?
Yes,
You
ma'am.
can spend money on tattoos if you have a place to stay, but if you don't have a place to stay, all of these luxury items, you shouldn't be spending money on that. Court is calling 2022 CR 1156 State versus Isaiah Gibson. Can I have parties announced for the record for the state?
Eileen Galloway for the state.
Robert Mauer for defendant.
And are you Mr. Gibson?
Yes, ma'am.
Did you review the document entitled Motion to Enter Adjudication of Guilt and Revoke Community Supervision with your attorney? And did you understand it?
Yes, ma'am.
Are you the same Isaiah Caleb Gibson who was placed on deferred adjudication in 2022 CR 1156 for the offense of theft $30,000 to $150,000 on November 16th, 2023 for a period of 8 years? Is that you?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, state.
Violation of condition number 2 on or about the 22nd day of March 2024 in Bexar County, Texas. The defendant, Isaiah Caleb Gibson, failed to submit to your analysis as directed by supervision officer in violation of condition number 2.
How do you plead to that? True or not true?
True.
State.
We waive and abandon the remainders, Your Honor.
Any objection?
No, Judge.
Did you understand by pleading true to violation of condition number 2, the court could find it true, grant the motion, find you guilty, and sentence you up to 10 years in the prison and up to a $10,000 fine?
Yes, ma'am.
Knowing that, do you still wish to plead true to violation of condition number 2?
Yes, ma'am.
Court will find violation of condition number 2 true. Is there a proposed agreement?
There is, Your Honor. After conferring with probation, the proposed agreement for the court's consideration is to deny the state's motion, alter and amend the defendant's conditions to reflect intensive allocation, ISP, high-risk caseload, sober support meetings, and then the UA hotline for at least 60 days.
That's your understanding, Judge, but ask the court to follow it.
All right, you want to raise your right hand for me? Do you solemnly swear or affirm the testimony you give will be the truth and nothing but the truth, so help you God? All right, you can lower your hand, state your name for the record.
Isaiah Antonio Caleb Gibson.
All right, why are you not doing well on probation?
I had housing issues at the time. Me and my
What
wife.
are your issues?
Well, I didn't have nowhere to stay at the time, and I didn't want to call nobody for help, thinking I could do it on my own. And me and my mom wasn't seeing eye to eye. Well, I wasn't seeing eye to eye with my mom.
His mom's here,
called.
Judge.
Okay.
I just never really called to ask my mom because every time I called to ask my mom, she always gave me hard love, and I didn't like that, and I wasn't accepting that.
Well, how old are you?
I'm 27.
You got to get your life together instead of spending all this money on tattoos.
Yes, ma'am.
You understand?
Yes,
You
ma'am.
can spend money on tattoos if you have a place to stay, but if you don't have a place to stay, all of these luxury items, you shouldn't be spending money on that. And I'm sure your mom is just tired. Like, how many times can your mom tell you to do what's right?
She didn't have to tell me what it was. She just had to tell me at all, honestly.
So it's like, how many times must she do this? I'm sure she didn't raise you to be on probation and to commit criminal acts.
I'm glad she did.
All right. And then there are other things in the motion to revoke, and I'm assuming that's why you all are addressing it with intensive outpatient treatment or want to do that.
That's correct, Your Honor.
All right. So here's the thing. Marijuana, my understanding, not from my experience, but what I've seen from television, maybe Menace to Society and other programming.
The movie.
Marijuana, usually you just around a group of people and it's puff, puff, pass, and nobody's charging anybody. But maybe somebody will bring a drink, But usually for cocaine, that costs money. That you've been spending it on that. You need to get employment and get your life together. Do you understand?
Yes, ma'am.
Now, I'm going to give you a choice. And the reason why I'm giving you a choice is because I'm being told that this is what probation is recommending. Is that correct, probation? So here are your choices. I will send you to prison for 2 years. You go do your time, you come out. Maybe you change your life, maybe you don't. You'll just be another person who went to prison. Or I can follow these conditions. But if I follow these conditions and you come back before me, you're looking at up to 10 years in the prison. So those are your two choices. You can either do the 2 years in prison today, or I will follow the agreement that has been reached. Do you need to discuss that with your attorney?
No, ma'am.
So what do you wish to do?
Follow the agreement.
All right, this is what the court is going to do. The court is finding violation of condition number 2 true. You are going to get employment, and part of it is I'm going to want employment for him. Of course, probation, no harmful, no product, sorry, no employment as a home health care provider or with minors. I know that I've stated that previously with you. And you're going to have employment within 30 days of release, and knock your pride aside, because I know they're hiring at McDonald's, and they're just hiring anybody at McDonald's now because their fries don't taste the same. But I know they're hiring there. I know they're hiring at Burger King. I see so many signs saying help wanted. And what I can tell you, McDonald's, I don't know about Burger King, but I know at McDonald's, they will pay for your higher level education.
Bill Miller as well.
And Bill Miller's as well, which they removed right from downtown. Now we have to walk extra. But
It's not real barbecue.
all right, as a side note, do you know when I first came to San Antonio, because Bill Miller's was on every corner, I thought that was the barbecue of Texas. I tried it. I'm just going to let that sit there. All right, it's fine. All right, there you're going to have employment within 30 days. So when you get out of custody, you need to hit the pavement running to get employment. Probation will give you a list of places to go to as well. And if you are not able to get employed, you had better show at least 5 places per day where you've tried to get employment. Do you understand?
Yes, ma'am.
There's going to be intensive outpatient treatment with probation. And you are going to do the UA hotline. You're going to have to call in. So either you're going to have to get a cell phone, somebody to loan it to you so you can call in, or either you're going to have to go down to probation, use their phone to call in. Do you understand?
Yes, ma'am.
And there's going to be field visits until further notice. And that will be 1 time per month until further notice. Is there anything else, probation? All right, and you'll be on ISP high risk caseload. Anything else, probation? We'll start with once a week, and we'll do once a week for 3 months. And if there's a positive UA, then of course, a motion to revoke will be filed. If there's not, then we'll move to at least testing once every 2 weeks, and we'll do it in those increments. Is there anything else you need from me to be successful?
I have to get an ID when I get out, and usually at the DMV, when you put a appointment in, it's like 2 weeks or a month in advance, and then after you put your appointment in. So that
I will
might be
tell
the
you
only
this.
delay.
If you go in and you talk to people and you present them with, I'm trying to improve my lot in life, I desperately need this ID. The judge is telling me I need a job in 30 days. Sometimes people will work with you. I ended up going to get my license, and I thought it would be an easy thing to do. I didn't know you had to set an appointment. And we can go off the record, my license was going to expire like the next day. And so I'm like, oh, it'll be fine. I go in there, line is out the door. It took me 45 minutes to actually find a place that was open, because they have places like, this is where you go to do your license, and it wasn't. I find it, and I tell the lady, I said, I had no idea we had to sign up. My license is going to expire tomorrow. Can you help me? You know what she said? Tell you what, it's going to be a long wait, but just stand. I'm like, fine with waiting. I was there for about 2 hours, and I was fine with being there for 2 hours because they were helping me. So express yourself and tell them the desperation with which you need it, and you get it.
Just gonna say, and I think if you can at least show that you're going and applying for jobs, that you're making the effort while you're getting your ID, I think that you can show that to probation, will show the effort. What she doesn't want you to do is just decide you don't have an ID, so you're not gonna do anything. So you gotta
Yes.
get motivated.
And then when they interview you and they ask you, when can you start working? You know what your answer should be? Now. You understand?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, and stop breaking your mom's heart. I'm sure she doesn't want to be here today for this.
Yes, ma'am.
All right, good luck to
Thank you,
you.
Judge.
You're welcome.
Maybe excuse me.
Yes.
See you at one, Judge.
All right, thank you.
For sure.
Yes.
We're ready on Brandon whenever the court's ready to address him again.
All right, and what's your client's last name? I'm sorry.
Reina?
Raina?
Renato Reina?
All right, just give me one moment.